Thank you very much for joining the launch of the course 1, so the dedicated to green living buildings. So we will start with the first scale, as we were commenting before, and I think that the agenda that we think it's to have an overview first of each one of the challenges that that we prepared, and then after that, then you can have a more clear idea of which one of the challenge you want to address and you want to work in the upcoming days. Okay, then we will break down into different rooms. Each room will have for each one of the challenges, and then in that group, each one of the responsibles of each one of the challenges will explain you how to work the topic and how to which of you are going to go by teams or individual. Okay, so I will go directly to for the challenge 1. So Kostas Karanasios, he's our colleague from Aegean agency. They're from Greece, and they are also project partners at the renewable energy community. So Kostas will explain us, please. The floor is yours.
Hello, good morning to everyone. I'm Konstantinos Karanasios, and I will make a briefly presentation of the first challenge of the Green Living Buildings course. The lectures will be taught by Emmanuel Kamilakis, and I will be your mentoring assistant throughout the next weeks of this challenge. So let me share my screen first. 1 second. Okay. So the challenge will be presented by 3 lectures that they are really creative and simplified. We will provide the technical content. There are really brief lectures, and at the end of each lectures, you have a quiz that will test your knowledge. So the first challenge is about integrating self-sufficient energy facilities, and more specifically about designing a photovoltaic or PV plant together with a storage system in order to cover the electrical needs of a building. So as you will see in this brief presentation, it is a really interesting course as it will provide the knowledge about the technology in order to design a PV system along with battery storage system in order to cover the electricity needs of a building with a self-sufficient way using renewable energy. So in the first lecture of the course, you're going to learn about the concept of the electricity load and the importance of the residential and industrial sectors in energy consumption. You will see the difference in the load of a house and of an industry. Also, you will learn about the problem of the imbalance of the energy production and demand, and how important energy storage systems are, such as batteries, in providing a solution to this problem. So in the second lecture, we're going to learn more specifically about the technology of photovoltaics and the important parameters of the orientation and tilt angle of the solar panels. We are also going to understand the seasonality of the panels, and that the best orientation and tilt angle for maximizing the energy production of the panels differ depending on the specific location and the energy needs of each system and each building. So you will learn how to choose the best parameters for your PV system according to every circumstance. And in the first slide, you are going to be introduced, in the third lecture, you're going to be introduced to an online tool that is named the Stores tool. It is a really user-friendly tool that is used to evaluate the economic viability of a PV and storage system. Also, as you will see, it is really easy to use, it's really user-friendly, and step-by-step guidance will be provided for the better engagement with the tool in order to successfully complete the challenge. So let's quickly skip to the challenge. This first challenge is about improving the energy self-sufficiency of a building through the installation of photovoltaic panels and the battery storage system. And as you will see, you will have to, as you use this tool, you will have to provide information about the exact location of the building and the consumption data. which depends on the type of the building, along with a lot of other parameters. While also you will have to provide data about the range of the PV system and the capacity of the batteries that you want to install. So after successfully providing this data, the storage tools can optimize and find the best economic and energy sufficient solution for your building. So as I said before, it's a really user-friendly tool, and during this challenge, step-by-step guidance will be provided along with mentoring sessions in order for you to completely do and complete this really interesting challenge. So that's all for now. If you have any questions.
Thank you, Kostas. I think that, with this challenge, what we thought is that it's interesting to link both a strategy for how to increase as much as possible the renewable energy production at your at building level, but at the same time, how to introduce energy efficiency measures in your building so that you can test the level of incidence in your final balance. Okay, so if there is no question, we can go to the second challenge. This is prepared by Irek, and I will give the floor to Emilio. Please.
Thanks, Cynthia. And hello again. For those who have not attended to the opening session, I'm Emilio Hernando from the Institute for Research in Energy of Catalonia, and I'm the coordinator of the challenge number 2, Achieve the Best Energy Investment. I will share my screen now to show you some slides. It's okay? Well, this challenge was developed together with Jordi Pascual and Marco Chava, and now I will give you a review of the principal features of the challenge. Starting with the objective, in this course we want to guide you through a series of concepts and technical knowledge related to energy retrofitting of buildings till the implementation of them through an user-friendly online tool, so you can understand where does the energy consumption of a building comes, compare which interventions are more convenient for the energy retrofitting, then be able to evaluate the economic and environmental factors of these interventions, and finally, to develop the best energy retrofitting planning possible for a building or a group of buildings. So, about the general content of the course, starting with the lessons, we have 5 lesson videos of around 5 minutes each, developed by the 2 experts I have already named. Then we have an optative 2 weeks teamwork to solve the challenge. Also, you will have access to Pretty Decision Support Tool. This is the online tool we will implement in the challenge. And through this path of learning, you will have to solve 3 assessment tests. Even if you don't want to do the teamwork, you will have to do this self-assessment test to finish the course. Also, you will have availability of plenty support material about the tool and related to the topic. This all mostly fast-reading material. And finally, you will count with constant support from the mentoring team by the platform. So if we take a closer view in the lessons, in the first one, we have an introduction lesson where we can review the objectives of the course and start an approach to the topic by a briefly review of CCAPs and the online tool, Pretty Decision Support Tool. Then we will see the weight of the different elements that consume energy in a building and a comparison between different typologies of buildings. In session number 3, we will go through different factors to be considered when implementing renovation actions, and again, the difference between different typologies of buildings. Next, we will see an economic and environmental evaluation of these renovation actions. And finally, we will go through some exemplary cases for renovation in individual and in a group of buildings. Okay, about the teamwork, for those of you who want to practice and be part of the teamwork, please communicate to us, maybe in the split room, so we can help to arrange the groups once we know the final number of participants who want to participate here. You can do this by yourself, but preferably we are expecting groups of 2 participants. And all the material is already available in the platform for all type of participants. This means that if you don't want to do the teamwork, you also can work and practice in the challenge, but you don't have to show your achievement or your results in the pitching session. Okay, the challenge will be to establish which interventions should be executed to achieve the highest energy savings, but you will have some constraints in energy savings or economical constraints. And for this activity, you will apply the priority decision support tool online. So we will provide you with the buildings data needed to analyze in this tool, but also you can use any other building if you want. And then we will apply the acquired knowledge from the e-lessons to analyze a building, or if possible, a group of 3 buildings. And finally, you will prepare your presentation. If you can, you will export the data from the tool, but this is not compulsory. The mentoring process starts today. And in the split room of this live session, we will have the first approach to the educational team. And we will see an example of building evaluation with the online tool by the expert from Regea. Then during the 2 weeks of the course, you will have 2 mentoring sessions, one in 1 week, the 17th of June, and the second, the 21st of June. And finally, we will have a pitching session when you can present your achievement to the expert. You can receive feedback from them, and you can show also this result to other participants. We will be doing this pitching session with the other challenge. About the trainers, so the mentoring teams, we have Marko Čabar from Regea, Croatia, who is the principal expert from the Priority project and who will guide us in the use of the decision support tool. He also developed some of the e-lessons. We have Jordi Pascual, who is a senior researcher in buildings energy performance from IREC, and he's the head of the coordination team of the challenge number 2. He also developed some e-lessons, and myself, who I am the coordinator of the course. And that's all from my side. Thank you for your attention, and I expect to see you in the split room of challenge number 2.
Thank you, Emilio. Very clear. I think in this second challenge, as you can see, it's how to prioritize. It's a tool, it's a methodology that you can apply whenever you make energy refurbishment for a plan for energy refurbishment. So how to prioritize and linking to energy, not only the energy efficiency, but economic impact or the economic analysis. So it's quite interesting as well. So then the third challenge will be presented by Eugene Yossini. Please, Eugenio, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Cynthia. Let me share the screen. I hope you can see it.
Yeah, if you can introduce yourself and your organization.
Yes, for sure. So hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm Eugene Yossini from CMCC. That stands for Euro-Mediterranean Center on Climate Change. We are an Italian organization, a research organization. And today I'm here with Mattia Ricci from Enea to present the third challenge titled How to Maximize Energy Efficiency in Your Building. So first of all, a brief introduction of the educational team. This challenge is the joint effort of two research organizations, as said already, CMCC, which I belong to, together with my colleagues Andrea Vigano and Giulia Galluccio. And we are part of the Efficient Buildings Interreg MED horizontal project, where we provide expertise on energy policy, research and policy outreach. And let's say together with CMCC, Enea, which is the Italian National Agency for New Technologies, Energy and Sustainable Economic Development, helped us to co-design this challenge. In particular, we have the contribution of Marianna Segreto, which is the scientific coordinator of the LAERTE laboratory. And together with me today, there is also Mattia Ricci. So we will support you during the breaking rooms in case of questions, etc. But let's start. So what is the scope of this challenge? Well, we started from the idea that a sustainable community is built on a sustainable school. Education is essential for the societal transition that you know the European Commission is paving ahead of us, and therefore schools should be regarded as ideal starting point for shaping the new generation of energy consumers. If we want to have energy efficient buildings, we might start from school buildings, and that's why this challenge focuses exactly on school buildings. In particular, the challenge is to understand how to reduce the energy consumption possibly down to nearly zero. And to do so, we propose to use the Interreg MED T-School web tool, which was developed by Enea during the T-School project. So what is the assignment? The assignment is how to reduce the energy consumption of a school possibly down to nearly zero. To solve it, you can either work individually or to cooperate with other people in team, and we can see it later in the breaking room. In both cases, we propose to use the Interreg MED T-School web tool, which is a very user-friendly online application, and it allows you to assess the consumption of a school building very quickly with simple data, easily available. Then it allows you also to find the best technological solutions and the combination of solutions to reach different emission reduction targets. And you can also set up a preliminary economic analysis of the intervention. So the idea to solve the assignment is to apply the web tool to a real case and define a strategy or a combination of technological solution to reduce the energy consumption of a school building. So this is the structure of the challenge. You can start watching and reading the e-lessons. We have prepared 5 e-lessons. The first one, very short, I have to say. The first one is just an introduction and an objective of the T-Schools web tool in order to understand how it works, more or less. And then we have the energy profile module, because the web tool is structured in 3 different modules. So we have the energy profile modules where you can enter the data on the energy consumption of the building. Then we have the renovation options module where you can select the improvements and the technologies that you want to use to address to reduce the emissions of the building. And finally, not finally, the fourth is the economic module, which is the third element of the web tool, where you can export a spreadsheet where you can basically find the break-even point of the intervention. And finally, we have the last lesson on the best practices that during the colleagues from Enea find out during the development and during the T-Schools project. and the development of the tool. So we have these 5 e-lessons that you can watch in order to understand how to use the tool. Then you can test yourself with the web tool. So you can, we can use the data we provide, or you can also try to apply to a real case from your direct experience. And I think personally that it will be more interesting to see, let's say, to apply the web tool to a case that you know better. But in any case, don't worry, we can also provide you data from another real life, anyway, example. Just an additional point, to get your certificate at the end of the course, of the challenge, sorry, you need also to solve a final quiz. We defined a very simple quiz, just to, not to evaluate you, but just to understand if we were able to transfer some content to you, okay? Then, after you play a little bit with the peaceful web tool, you have to prepare your strategy. So basically, you have to understand what are the technologies that can help you to reduce the energy consumption of your school down to nearly zero. And finally, you have to prepare your pitching. In this case, you have to prepare a short presentation, and we can possibly discuss it during the next pitching event. The pitching event will be, as said already by the colleagues, on Thursday the 23rd at 2 p.m. The first step for this pitching event is to create a presentation of 5 slides. So you can see here the details, but you can also find the same details in our e-learning platform. So don't worry, you don't have to memorize all this right now. But it's just to let you understand that it's a very short presentation composed by only 5 slides, and then you can prepare the video or other. I mean, there are different options that you can select. But anyway, we want you to prepare something in advance that you must upload the day before the pitching event. In case of any questions on the tool or on the challenge, in case of any question, you may clarify your doubts through the chat on the platform, and we will reply as soon as possible. Not only me, of course, but the whole team of experts. So this is it for this challenge. Let me stop sharing.
Thank you, Eugenio. Okay, so as you see, the third challenge will be very focused on specific on schools. So it's a different type of building with a specific energy demands. So I think it's interesting because at the same time it allows us. I mean, each one of them. The idea is that it's the starting point of thinking also the kind of community, the kind of users that then later on we will link in the other courses. So not to extend, I will say that let's. Do you have more or less you have chosen? You have a clear idea. So Alexia will turn on the breaking rooms, so we can select directly. No, Alexia?
Hello. Yes, we can select directly the breaking room we prefer. They are named with the name of the challenge, so you can choose directly. And we were thinking to come back to the main session at 12 and 45 in 1 hour. So I will open all the rooms.
Okay.
You can now choose. Okay, we should be all here in the main session, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So just to finalize today's session. I wanted to ask Jordi, because he's also dealing with in the Interreg team and the efficient building. So to have just a final key message for those who are beginning the challenge, and then we will finalize. So Jordi, if you want to add some final words.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks, Cynthia. Yeah, I will not last too much time just finalizing, because I think that most of you would like also to have other topics on your day, and it's Friday. But I would like to highlight that when we were just thinking about having this Interreg Euro-MED Academy just a few months ago, it was a quite challenge for us. But I think that all of us were just quite aware that we will need just to face the current challenges that we are living, we as a society, that we will need just to share as much as possible our knowledge with third parties. I mean, the quite challenging situation that we are living about the growing, also the reducing the energy consumption, decarbonizing the economy, it requires from all of us just to be in the same ship. And that means not only the technicians, the specialists like we are, but also all the people that we get in the pathway, including also the people from the citizenship. So our idea in the MED Academy is just to try to share as much as possible this knowledge that not all of us are just developing, but also coming from other experts from other modular projects. So I think that it's a good occasion for all of us just to share this knowledge. It's a good occasion for all of you just to get this knowledge. And for sure that there is a lot of existing outcomes, and I will invite to all of you just to visit the websites of Efficient Buildings Community, also our community, urban transport, green growth, because there is a lot of open resources that you could use. But at least for this course, this first version of the course, because we expect that for the next year we have a new version of the course, I just encourage to all of you just to follow and to try to use it as maximum as possible, and to ask to all of us if you have some doubts or some proposals. For sure that we will be open to improve, but also open to share more knowledge that we are just sharing through the course. So that's all from my side. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Jordi. Yes, I think it's important to highlight what you were saying, and for us, it's a huge effort. So we hope that you will give us the first feedback on the process. Okay, so Nadir, Hugo, Fotios, and Cristina, also to Mary-Kate, Marco, thank you, Mattia, and all the colleagues that have, Audrey, Fabienne, and the rest that we are being. So thank you very much, and let's start the music. So have a nice weekend and see you in the next days. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Thank
Bye.
you very much. Let's keep in
Bye-bye.
touch.